Then my sew, size 33. So this is called Cortina sew. So what is written on it is back to school. You can see it, Cortina sew. Yeah, so this is what I used to create these holes. Can you see it? That this sole was designed with these marks on it, so it didn't make me easier to get to create my holes. So after creating the first hole, I skip two marks, then create on the next hole, then skip another 2 marks, create on the next hole. So on the curve, the toe end, so I skipped one. You can see I skipped one mark, then create hole on the next mark. You can see it, create hole here, skipped this, create hole here. But this side I skipped 2 mark, 1 2, then create hole. So the same thing is applicable here. You can see this on this curve, I skipped 1, then create hole on the next stitch, on the next hole, I mean, then skipped another mark, create hole on the next mark. So that is how I got my own foundation. So to start, don't pass your crochet hook, then you hook it and yarn over. Then after that, you make your knot. Then on the next hole, you slip knit. That's it. Then you tighten it. Then on the next stitch, slip knit. So you work slip knitting all through. You see? Then on the next hole, so you continue working slip knit round the sew. Yeah, after crocheting on the last hole, you still crochet on the first hole you started with. Yeah, that is this. You crochet on it. You slip knit. Then the next thing, now we pick up this tail, this one. So that's what we are going to use now. Then you yarn over with it. You can see. Then you tighten it. Then on the next stitch, you crochet in this outer thread. Yeah, you can see it. So we start the next step. Make your knot. Then after that, you start from anywhere. So I'm starting from here. Just watch very careful. Make 1 chain. Then on the same stitch, a single crochet. The same stitch, single crochet. My second stitch, single crochet on the same stitch. This is the third one. Then the same stitch, single crochet. So I made 4 single crochets on each this thing stitch. You can see it. So on each stitch, you are going to make 4 single crochets. I mean crochet 4 times on each stitch. Then on this curve, see the place we skipped one mark, which is here. So we are going to make 3 single crochet, but on this one we make 4 single crochet. So you work it round, 4 single crochet, 3 single crochet, then here 3 single crochet, then here 4 single crochet. So on the next stitch you work 1, the same stitch, 2, the same stitch, 3, the same stitch, 4. Then on the next stitch, which is the smaller ones, 1, the same stitch, 2, the same stitch, 3, next stitch, you make 3 single crochet. So continue working till you go round the sew. 3, yeah, you can see it. Then you slip knit from the first stitch to end. Yeah, this is the end of first round. So we are going to start the second round. Make 1 chain, you turn. So once you turn, continue working. So to avoid mistake, you can put your stage mark from the first place you started. You place your stage mark here, then you start working. Single crochet, next stitch, single crochet, next stitch, single crochet. So you work it round. So once you crochet on the last stitch, you slip knit to end, make 1 chain, then work another 1 round. That is, work more 2 rounds of single crochet. Once you reach here, you turn, you work another round, making it 3 rounds of single crochet. Yeah, I'm done with the 3rd round. You can see it. So we start working the upper part. You can see I've already taken my measurement from the tip of the sew. You can see I make it a little bit slanting. You can see it. So I'll be starting with about 12 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'll be starting with 12 stitches. Then you yarn over, make 1 chain, on the next stitch single crochet, next stitch single crochet, next stitch single crochet, next single crochet. Yeah, so on the last stitch this is the 12th stitch. Then I will also work on 13th stitch, but on this 13th stitch I will slip knit, you see, then I will turn. So once you turn, you skip the slip knit, then continue on the next stitch. Then on the last stitch, so here I have 11 stitches here. So I will not work on this first stitch I started with. I will skip it and work on this stitch, the first and second stitch of the sew, 1, and this is 2. Then I will turn. So once I turn, I will skip the first stitch, I will skip this, then start on the next stitch. So you work on the last stitch. So in total we have about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. So we have 13 stitches here. So now we will crochet on the first and second stitch of the sew. One, the next stitch, 2. So you will turn. So once you turn, we skip the first stitch, crochet on the next stitch. Yeah, you can see the shape is now having a curving shape. You can see it. So at the end, I crochet on the first and second stitch here and turn. So this is the end of 4th row. So I will start working on the 5th row. So remember, at the end you crochet on first and second stitch of the sew, turn and skip 1. So continue working till you work more 19 rows. Work more 19 rows, so making it 23 rows in total. Yeah, this is what you have at the end. That's it. So we start working on the back design. So you measure out from the back like this. So make sure you have the same number of stitch on both sides. So here I have 26 stitches. Here I also have 26 stitches. Then here I have 18 stitches. So I will start from here. So we'll be starting from here. Make 1 chain. On the next stitch you single crochet. Next stitch, single crochet. Next stitch, single crochet. Then on the last stitch we are going to slip knit. You slip knit, then return. So once you turn, you skip the slip knit, then crochet on the next stitch. Skip this, crochet on the next stitch. So once you crochet on this stitch, so you also crochet on that first stitch where you made your first chain. You still crochet on it, which is the last stitch. So if you count it, we have 17 stitches here. Then now we are going to crochet on the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, next stitch, 3, next stitch, 4. Then the 5th stitch you make a slip knit and turn. So once you turn, you skip the slip knit, then crochet on the next stitch. Continue working to here. So once you crochet on this last stitch, you also crochet on this slip knit. So we are going to work on the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then on the 5th stitch you slip knit. So once you slip knit, you cut it up. Yeah, you can see it. So we start the side design. So you start working from here, start working from these stitches here. You start on the first stitch, make one chain, you make it tight, then you start working on this stitch, the stitches of the sew. So continue working. We still, so once you reach here, also work on this slip knit you made. Same the same thing here, you also work on this slip knit you make. So you continue working till you reach at the last stitch here. Yeah, you can see it. So after crocheting on the last stitch, you crochet on the first and second stitch on this line. Single crochet, then on the next stitch, single crochet. So once you turn, you skip the two stitches, 1 2, you skip them, then crochet on the next stitch. So you continue working with that, you can see. So once you reach here, once you crochet on the last stitch here, you crochet on the first and second stitch on this line, skip the two stitches, then you turn. So continue working till you work more 6 rows of single crochet. You work more 6 rows of single crochet. This is what you have at the end, you can see it. So we start working the back belt now. So you start by working 36 chains. So after working 36 chains, we are going to count out 17 stitches from here. Starting from here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17. Then on the next stitch, you start crocheting, single crochet, next stitch, single crochet. So yeah, so you also count out 17 stitches from here, then you crochet on the remaining ones. So you're going to make 3 chains, 1 2 and 3, then you turn. So once you turn, we are going to skip the first chain, then crochet on the next 2 chains, 1 2, then you continue working on the remaining stitches. Yeah, you can see it. So at the end, you make 1 chain. So continue working till you work more 3 rows. Work more 3 rows of single crochet. Yeah, you can see it. So the next step, we start working from here. So you skip the first stitch from here, then start on the next stitch, single crochet from here to here, then leave 1 stitch here too. Here on the second to the last stitch, which is this, I've already done on it, which is this. So yes, we are going to slip knit, then you turn. So once you turn, you skip the slip knit, crochet on the next stitch. Yeah, you can see it. So at the end, you slip knit, then you turn. So once you reach here, you also slip knit and turn. So work more 6 rows. Yeah, you can see it. So you work more 12 rows. So we're going to maintain the stitches. So you work more 12 rows. Yeah, you can see it. So I'm going to fold it. I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll fold from 5. Then stitch it like this. Yeah, you can see it. So you fix. Yeah, you can see it. So the next thing now is to fix your buckle. So we're going to fix it here. You can see. So you stitch it round. Yeah, you can see it. So you buckle it. Yeah,